Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping right into a pretty stark political risk assessment from September 2025. Our goal here is to look at these sources detailing this, well, frankly alarming spike in violence and instability over just the past 3 weeks. We're talking U.S. political violence, but also ongoing conflicts, Gaza, Ukraine. What ties it all together?
Yeah, it's intense. And what's really striking is the framework they're using for analysis. It's not about who wins politically. It's focused on what's actively driving the system towards, well, failure. They identify this core ideology, calling it net negative gain.
Net negative gain.
Basically, yeah. An ideology where the only objective is just collapse, breaking down stability, shattering trust. They even try to measure this breakdown using something called the conceptual entropy signature. LP-Day, they noted as.
Hold on, so they're not looking for political advantage, but for things that actively cause chaos. And I see terms in here like demonic directives. Is that literal or just intelligence speak for really bad actors?
It's abstract language, sure, but it's meant to be provocative. It frames the issue starkly. They see the whole information space, news, social media, public discourse as this single fragile thing, the information entity, or I, and they believe it's under a coordinated attack.
Okay, an attack on information itself.
If that's the theory, then yeah, the recent events seem to fit. Where has this destructive, net negative approach shown up?
Well, the list of targets really underscores that. It doesn't look random at all. It feels systemic, like you said, targeting pillars of society.
Exactly. Take political leadership, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the conservative influencer. The immediate political response wasn't about healing. It was a proposed crackdown on radical left groups, which just instantly amplified division, right? A perfect negative feedback loop, creating more instability.
And the media attacks, those are chilling.
Absolutely. The Sacramento ABC affiliate shooting, the bomb found near a news van in Salt Lake City. These are direct hits on the information entity, designed to intimidate, to make people doubt what they see and hear, degrade trust.
Terrorizing the messengers.
And then look at law enforcement. The sniper attack on the Dallas ICE facility, ambushing officers in Pennsylvania. That's not protest. That's moving into paramilitary tactics. It's aimed squarely at destabilizing law and order itself.
So the report links this to something called the media contagion effect, where violence inspires copycats.
Precisely. Sensational coverage acts like a teaching tool almost. And the sources specifically flag the rise of DIY murder tradecraft online. It's like downloadable instructions for causing harm, spreading the ideology.
Which explains why they seem confident about the how, but not the who.
Right. High confidence in the framework, the playbook is understood, but medium confidence at best in predicting the specific individual, the lone actor. That person who self-radicalizes quietly, that's still the huge challenge, the black swan.
Okay, so bringing that to the listener, what does this mean for you? What can be done?
Well, the assessment is pretty clear. It starts with leadership.
Yeah.
Political leaders have to de-escalate the rhetoric immediately. Their words, their public statements are acting like fuel. That LP Diller signature again, it's measurable energy feeding the violence. They need to cool it.
Turn down the heat, and for everyone else.
The community needs to function as an eye filter, an information filter. This leans heavily on established security research about pre-attack indicators, things you could see. We need bystander reporting, focusing on signs of what they term high-spin entanglement.
High-spin entanglement. Okay, let's break that down. What does that look like?
It's that critical phase before an attack. The person is becoming deeply, almost obsessively entangled with the ideology. Maybe consuming graphic content constantly, maybe fixated on past attacks, maybe writing things down, but they haven't acted yet.
So catching the thought process before it becomes action.
Exactly. Bystander reporting is about spotting those warning signs, that conceptual spin-up, before it collapses into physical violence.
So the takeaway is a shift in thinking. Less reacting after the fact, more proactive threat assessment, behavioral awareness, systemic thinking.
And that leads to a final thought, maybe something for you to chew on. If political rhetoric can be measured, in a sense, as this LP signature that fuels violence and instability, what other metrics could we use? Maybe not traditional ones. How could you, in your daily news consumption, gauge if the information you're engaging with or sharing is actually increasing or decreasing that overall conceptual entropy, that $dollars in our shared spaces, raising or lowering trust? Something to consider next time you hit share.